We are in the featherweight division. Fighting out of our blue corner. He weighed in at 66 kilos even. His amateur record, 4 fights, 3 victories. Training under Zaman and fighting out of Australian top team in Sydney, Kaan Zaman. In the red corner, he weighed in at 65.8 kilos. Record stands at 6 fights, 4 victories. Training under Pasha Stolia, he fights out of Southside MMA Arena. Please welcome Brandon Stowers.
Three-minute rounds scheduled for this amateur B-class bout here tonight, Eternal 46, Tanera Nathan cage side. Once again, Jake Anderson, good to be with you. Peter Hickmont, our referee in charge. Round 1.
Oh, Stowers coming out like a man possessed. Throws a kick, throws a punch, gets Zaman backed up, and then Zaman punches him back. Oh, big right hand by Zaman. Stowers tries to return the favour. Hands down from both boys here.
And you can see the confidence in both men. Both men thinking about offence before they even think about defences. Down goes Zaman.
Big takedown. Yeah, big takedown there by Stowers. No second guesses about what his game plan wants to be. He wants to be on the ground. He wants to get into a dominant position. And he wants to make Zaman work, especially early in the fight. If you can make him work early in the fight, you can try and gas him out for the second and third.
Peter Hickmont, stern warning to Kaan Zaman. Shots to the back of the head, not allowed in any division.
Yeah, you're not going to win Pete Hickmont over with that. Well, nearly a cage grab there, but Zaman's just very enthusiastic about trying to wall walk and get up. He's almost threatening a triangle here. Whoa, the leg's in front. Stowers is all over it. He's posturing up, and he's trying to get that leg back, that arm back in. Sorry, right as he puts his foot, he puts the toes into the cage.
Peter Hickmont slapping away the foot of Zaman.
Yeah, naughty.
Brandon Stowers very dominant here as he takes the back immediately.
Yeah, you could hear Zaman calling for up, and just that little bit of pause between the opening and from when he got to actually get up onto his knees. Stowers jumps all over his back. Zaman forced to defend now. He tries to turn into guard, and he does that.
Very, very composed so far is Kaan Zaman.
Oh, Stowers not giving it up so easily. Very hard whizzer by Zaman.
Hard whizzer, Jake. I was just going to say that. Well done.
Deep underhook from Stowers. Presses Zaman up against the cage. Look at the battle of the knees there, trying to get knees in inside position, and the head control of Stowers.
Zaman doing a great job of defense so far. He hasn't been in any trouble as of yet. But this round belonging to Brandon Stowers.
Oh, beautiful turn there from Zaman.
Reversed.
Oh, he opts to knee and loses position because of it. He gets it back. They're swinging. Oh, in the clinch. Daniel Cormier style with the one-handed tie clinch. Collar tie, throws the right hand.
He lands well in the clinch there to Stowers.
Getting a little bit undisciplined. Big takedown from Stowers.
And a beautiful level change there by Brandon. You can see that Zaman was getting just a little bit overzealous. And Brandon picks up and says, let's go to the ground once again.
Absolutely, reset. Presses the initiative, goes to his strengths, forces Zaman to rethink, regroup, and try to get back to his feet, zapping just a little bit more of that willpower.
And look at the heart of Kaan Zaman here. He's not giving up as he fights to get back to his feet.
Big takedown again by Stowers, straight into side control.
Brandon Stowers dominant early in the first round.
Doesn't have a hook that he can use. Because of that, Zaman was able to come back into a half guard right as the round ends. Whoa, big takedowns from Stowers.
Kaan Zaman looking composed, looking fine. He says he's okay. You'd have to think, Jake, round 1 would belong to Brandon Stowers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even Zaman knows that. He looked a little bit disappointed in himself, and he's getting fantastic advice from the Mokhtarian brothers right now. We're going to see a different man come out in the second round, and we might see the same man in Stowers come out, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if Pasha Stolia in your corner's anything to go by, he's probably given him some advice to build on the takedowns and the ground game. I think he needs to keep going back to the ground, keep dragging Zaman down, and keep pressing that advantage.
And you can see the passion from Pasha Stolia, a slap on the face to Brandon to say, do not let the foot off the pedal. This fight is not over.
Big thanks to our sponsors, the Author Supply Company, the Artist's Choice, when quality counts, and the Mats Matter. Author Supply Company.
Round 2 underway. Stiff jab there by Kaan Zaman.
Swinging. Stowers just doing anything to get Zaman up against the cage. As soon as his hips are square against the cage, he dives in on him like a dog on a bone.
And there you see it there, Brandon Stowers, a familiar position.
He's going for a triangle there. That leg up on the back, and then trying to fight to push the wrist down and get that leg over. That was a triangle attempt. I think Stowers picked up on it and wasn't having any of it. Trying to go over the butterfly hook of Zaman, and he does exactly that. He's just going to press forward.
You can hear the instruction from Ashkan Mokhtarian, keep punching, keep working.
He definitely needs to keep working. Strong frame.
And look at the heart of Zaman.
Absolutely. He's using those frames to stop Stowers from getting up high, from getting into a mount or trying to get a knee over, getting into side control. But it looks like Stowers just relentless, bulldozed forward and moved up.
And I'll tell you something, Jake, although Brandon Stowers executes a great takedown, we've seen in the past where scoring can actually go to the man on the bottom if he works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is what Zaman is doing tonight.
I think Stowers is doing enough here. But Zaman's, he's making a case, but I mean, in a perfect world, you don't want to be on the bottom.
Well, we saw this at the last Eternal. Hawani Selwyn versus Jaden Binney. Jaden Binney spent most of the fight on top. However, Hawani did most of the work and walked away with the victory. Will we see the same here tonight? Yeah,
only time will tell. We're only in the second round here. First round was all Stowers, and it looks to be exactly the same way again here. If the rest of the round goes anything like this.
Well, that pass to side control and transition to mount will definitely help Brendan here tonight.
Got a little bit greedy. That left knee's a little bit compromised because Zaman is up on his side. This is not a strong mount. It's more of a leg mount. If I'm Stowers, I try to transition to the back because he's not going to get a mount from me. I'm thinking back.
Zaman's got to work here. He can't spend the entirety of the round on the bottom unless he works. Brandon Stowers doing a great job of controlling position.
Good wrist control by Zaman.
And you can hear the instruction from both corners of both men. Both saying the same thing. Punch!
Yeah, punch. If I'm Zaman, I'm not punching. I'm trying to get my legs back. I'm trying to scoop my butt against the cage so I can wall walk. And there's the back take finally by Stowers.
Well, we've seen Zaman get out of this before. Can he do it again?
I mean, he has to. The onus is on him to move. Stowers just totally content. He'll take the back. He'll sit in a leg mount like he was. And there we go. Zaman back up. We could be looking at another takedown from Stowers here. He's locking up a body lock.
10 seconds left in this round.
Whoa, and he swings with a little bit of urgency.
And he catches Brandon Stowers with a few.
Nice.
Here we go.
Nice end of the round.
And they stare each other down. Kaan Zaman going absolutely nowhere.
I mean, I wouldn't really be mean-mugging a guy who's just beat me in 2 rounds.
Well, let me tell you.
If he really wants to get inside Stowers' head, you'd get up off your back. You'd fight to a better position. I mean, and you try to get some points on the board. He's pretty much got to finish now.
And I'm sure that's the instruction, as you said, Jake.
Oh, it better be. I imagine it would be. The Mokhtarian brothers are not going to... They're not going to blow any smoke in the direction of Zaman at all. They're going to tell him exactly what he needs to do. And it's up to him whether he does it or not, because it's got to end in a finish in this third round. He's 2 rounds on the hole. He needs to finish Stowers here.
Big thanks to Combat Nutrition, the official performance of the night partner of Eternal MMA, Combat CABT Nutrition.
Third and final round here in our amateur B class bout. Brandon Stowers versus Kaan Zaman.
Oh, big right hand from Zaman after he shows a bit of sportsmanship and they touch gloves. Massive takedown again by Stowers. It is timing on these takedowns.
Well, it's the game plan, Jake. I tell you what, you'd think that Zaman would have figured it out by now, but I tell you, he's not giving up. He needs to get back to his feet and start letting those hands go as he did at the end of the second.
He does. Stowers just picking up on when Zaman is going to strike and dives in on a double leg and takes him down time and time again. This is the 3rd round, and I think this is the 5th time that he's done it. Zaman trying to work for a submission. Whoa, leg mount again into a proper mount. For Stowers, Zaman needs to move. He needs to keep his hips connected to Stowers so that he can explode and he can have a shared mass so he can sweep him or he can hip out. seriously precarious position for Zaman. He needs to show some urgency.
A very familiar position for Brandon Stowers. He's been here round number 1. He's been here in round number 2, and he finds himself on top in round number 3.
Most
Zaman
definitely.
needs to move.
Absolutely, most definitely. I mean, in a 9-minute round fight, I mean, Stowers has won 7 minutes of it. Zaman needs to act. He needs to act. He needs to move. He's got his corner right there. They're talking to him.
Very, very tough fight here for both men tonight. However, you'd think that the momentum would be in the favour of Stowers as he looks to close out this fight in full mount.
Zaman has to move. He's just letting Stowers have his way. He's treating this like it's a jiu-jitsu match, and it's 100% not. There's strikes here. Even though he's stopping Stowers from posturing up and striking, this is a grave error to not try and escape. To try to do anything. Give your back up. If you get your back taken and you get submitted, so what? You were losing anyway. He needs to show some urgency. He needs to work.
And the crowd getting behind Brandon Stowers here tonight. Kaan Zaman gives up the back.
I mean, if it means that he can get up to his knees and tripod and start to stand, definitely. Definitely. He uses it. He turns and he comes back into a half guard. Now he needs to get an underhook on that side and stand up. Otherwise, it's all for naught. In MMA, the bottom is the bottom.
The final 30 seconds of this round, you'd have to think Brandon Stowers looking very comfortable on the judges' scorecards. Nonetheless, Kaan Zaman still finding himself in a dogfight at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he got back to guard, and I guess that's better, but not in the judges' scorecards. If he can throw up a submission, then it's been worth it. Otherwise, he should have been trying to stand.
10 seconds left in this amateur bout.
Whoa! Big shot from Stowers there, putting an exclamation mark on this fight.
End of third and final round. Both fighters show great respect. They shake him up. And you'd have to think that the night would belong to Brandon Stowers. However, we do go to the judges' scorecards. Jake Anderson, your efficient analysis as we see a replay here.
I mean, you can look at Stowers. He's so composed, even when Zaman clearly wanted to stand and bang. He threw a knee at the end of the round to try and get back some of those points to a mean mug, but it didn't really help him in the end. I'm calling it 30-27 to Stowers. Just fantastic timing, like we said, on those double leg takedowns. He got to dominant positions like this, like that leg mount. He comes into full mount, and he just pressed the issue. He took the weakness of Zaman and went with it. Fantastic job by Stowers, showing fight IQ beyond his years.
Well, this is the story of the night. Fight IQ for Brandon Stowers. He held on to Kaan Zaman most of the night. We go to Dave Ella, 4-hour official decision.
Well, we go to the judges' scorecards. All thanks to Engage Industries. After 3 rounds of MMA, the judges have a unanimous decision to the red corner, Brandon Stowers.
Brandon Stowers victorious here tonight. Kaan Zaman, disappointment obviously. However, do not count him out. He showed great heart to last the 3 and great respect shown by both ATT and Southside. Ashkan, Suman Mokhtarian, Paul Pasha Stoilar,